Gary Byrne. So now we're going to be talking about cover and concealment. I'll be using the 870 shotgun, and as you can see, it's unloaded and it's safe. Let's talk about my target first. The target you see there is a makeshift wall of cinder blocks and some wood. It's not cemented together, but they're very heavy blocks. They're sitting on top of each other. And I'm going to show you, by shooting these blocks, I'm going to help teach you about cover and concealment. In a gunfight, whether you'd be somebody who experienced this in the military, or a police officer, or you're a homeowner, and that's really what we're talking about. You're in a homeowner, and maybe you're fighting a home invasion. What should you hide behind? What's cover and what's concealment? Concealment is anything that just hides where you are. Cover is something that may stop a bullet. I use the word may. Remember Gary's rule about stuff when people start talking about bulletproof. Nothing is bulletproof forever. Everything will usually break down and deteriorate, and that's what we're talking about today. How fast will a cinder block deteriorate? We're using a Remington 870 shotgun. I'm about 8 yards from the target, and I'm going to start with number 8 bird shot. Good old number 8. So the shot hit the cement blocks, the cinder blocks, and you can see it pitted it. Now, the pitting you see there, you can imagine if I fired 3 to 5 rounds, it would keep deteriorating. This is the point I'm trying to get across to you. Whatever you're using cover and concealment, whatever you take cover behind, keep in mind it will deteriorate. So now a total of 4 rounds have been shot at that target, and you can see it's deteriorating pretty heavily. If you look at this area right here on the edge, you can see it knocked the whole chip off. Now you can easily extrapolate. If I was to fire 3 to 5 more rounds, it would split that block. And again, what I'm trying to get you to understand is everything deteriorates. If you ever go to take cover or concealment behind something, keep in mind that every shot that impacts it from your enemy it's deteriorating what you're either hiding behind or concealed behind. And then if you look at the target behind it, of course these blocks simulate maybe the blocks that your house is built out of, a garage, maybe an exterior wall that you're taking cover behind, that type of thing. All right, now we're going to shoot the same target. We've turned the blocks around and we're using double-aught buck. I've shot these 2 blocks, this wood, and then Johnny Jihad, our friend here in the back, with 1 round of double-aught buck. And double-aught buck, as I said earlier, is loaded with 9 .38 caliber pellets. So it impacted the cement here. Some of the rounds went over top and impacted Johnny Jihad. You see there's at least 4 large holes, double-aught buck holes in his upper chest. So the pattern from about 7 yards on my shotgun looked like it was roughly about this big maybe. But that's part of the point to this. I was at about 8 yards. You know, how big is the house you're in? You're using, some people, one of the ideals of this video is I want you to get the ideal that using a shotgun to defend yourself or your home is just as a good ideal, or in some cases better, than let's say an AR platform, which I have nothing against. I have 2. But shotguns, in my opinion, will never go away as an excellent defense weapon. And so from 8 yards, 1 round of double-aught buck, it's just seriously deteriorated this block. One of the pellets looked like it hit this wood and deflected a little bit, hit the target in the upper chest. How much penetration? From 8 yards, 4 pellets hit that guy. That's 4 .38 caliber pellets hitting him in the chest. He's done. Johnny Jihad's jihad is over. Again, if you were actually shooting somebody with a vest, aim for the head so you don't accidentally set the vest off. Okay, again, blocks are good, but they're only going to last for so long. Every round that impacts it deteriorates that block faster. Whether it's a block wall inside a house, a wall outside in somebody's yard, and always be ready to move to the next cover or concealment. Now I'm going to give you 3 rounds of double-aught buckshot at the same blocks one right after the other. And again, we're showing deterioration of what might be cover and concealment. So I fired 3 rounds of double up buck from about 7 or 8 yards out of this Remington 870 into this block, and you can see it greatly deteriorated the block. Just keep in mind, just so we're being openly honest here, if this was a block like from a house, of course it has the pressure of the other blocks on it, but that's some significant damage from 3 rounds of double up buck from about 7 to 8 yards. As you can see, our unwilling participant behind the cover, what we're considering this is cover and concealment, and is Johnny Jihad. You can see he's taken quite a few pellets in the chest, 1 in the head. His jihad days are certainly over. A couple more rounds would have destroyed the whole thing. And again, this is teaching you to keep in mind that if you are ever in a gunfight, what you're hiding behind, what they're shooting at you with, and what you're shooting at them with. Shotgun, handgun, whatever, rifle. Time we're going to be shooting rifled slug. It's a 1 ounce rifled slug. This just happens to be a federal premium rifled slug. It's 2 3/4 shell, and if you live somewhere where you use the metric system, it's 70 millimeters. So you got that going for you. All right, I'm going to start by firing 1 round. And that's why you use rifled slug out of a shotgun. Johnny Jihad here theoretically was hiding behind that cover and concealment, and that 1 ounce rifled slug split that block and then went right through the Johnny Jihad target. So it tells you 2 things. One, if you're using this against somebody and using it for home defense, you want to think about penetration. Maybe rifled slug isn't what you need double aught buck. But rifled slug is a great round, and you can see it has huge destructive powers. 1 ounce of rifled slug from about 8 to 7 yards into a cinder block disintegrated it. All right, I'm shooting 1 ounce rifled slug, 1 shot from a 1 ounce rifled slug. I'm shooting at the top cinder block. It's actually not a cinder block. It's a cement block made of cement filled with cement. It's very thick. It might be close to the consistency of a Jersey barrier that they use when they're doing construction on the road. It's very heavy, thick cement. Let's see what a 1 ounce rifled slug does to it from about 7 or 8 yards. Let's do another one. All right, I'm going to shoot it 3 more times, 1 ounce rifled slug. Am I bleeding?
No.
I got hit in the head pretty good.
Oh, that's why we wear eye protection, I guess.
No, right here. It went right under my hat.
No, you're good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's cool though, huh?
Yeah.
Am I bleeding?
No.
I got hit in the head pretty good.
Oh, that's why we wear eye protection, I guess.
No, right here. It went right under my hat.
No, you're good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's cool though, huh?
Yeah.